Hi everyone. So if you found this video, you're probably having problems with your Tiguan's steering. You probably have a red light or a yellow light, but if you found this video, you probably have a red light and it is locked you out of your power steering on your Tiguan. I have a 2017 Tiguan and this has been going on for about a month, probably longer. And so a quick fix that we found that worked more times than it didn't is to open the car with the key and not your hand. Again, this is just kind of a temporary fix. The light wouldn't come on till probably 3 or 4 times of turning the car on in the day. So we have Googled, YouTubed everything we could possibly think of to not have to pay for a new steering rack, because if you take it to the mechanic, that's what they're going to tell you, that it's a steering rack. We have talked to Volkswagen, we have talked to our mechanic, and it comes down to the fact that you're going to have to replace your steering rack, and it is not a cheap fix. The part is back ordered. Here in California, it is $3 grand to replace it. The part alone was $2,400. It is not a cheap fix, and we've talked to Volkswagen. Again, it's has to be replaced. So there's not really, unfortunately, any way around it at this point, is what we've seen. But here's what we can do. Please go and file a report on the National Highway Transportation Safety Board, and we want to get a recall started. Just like what happened with the intake manifold, we want to get a recall started for this part. So if you've had it replaced, keep your receipt and we will get reimbursed like we did for the intake manifold, or if it comes on, you can take it into Volkswagen and they will replace it. But we have to get the recall started in order for us to get reimbursed or the recall to happen. So please go to National Highway Transportation Safety Board, the link is down there, and file a report, because this is ridiculous to replace steering on a 2017 car. And this is a later model, I believe, of this steering rack. So if your car is, I want to say it's maybe between 2004 and 2017 is when they use the steering rack, and it's not only on Tiguan's, but our mechanic said he's replaced so many. The part's on back order, so we know that there's many people having this issue. The Volkswagen, the service people even said they've replaced a ton of them. So we have to get this on a recall. This is ridiculous to replace steering on a recall, and everything's electronic now. So you kind of have 2 jobs as a car: to drive, move forward and backwards, and steer. And I guess you need some brakes. But so that's what it comes down to, is that you have to replace your steering rack. And the symptoms are one, that the light's coming on and you think nothing's wrong with your steering, and that's kind of where we were with the problem. We kind of thought it was something with the anti-theft system because of how the problem started with our car. I'd gotten out of the car with the keys, and when it came back in is when the light came on. So we're not sure if it's a sensor inside the steering. I will say, after having it replaced, that the steering is tighter. It did feel looser. But again, the steering didn't seem like it was going out. But then again, I'm not a mechanic, and those are just the symptoms of what was happening. So again, please, if you're having this problem, first things first, go file that report so that we can get a recall, because this is a very expensive part on a car that just is not worth putting more money into. So yeah. Thank you guys, and best of luck. Best of luck. Hey guys, I just wanted to update the video. If you have your steering rack replaced and you get your car back and it sounds like the engine is sitting in the car with you, go back, because they forgot to put on this little rubber ring that goes on the steering rack, and it makes for a very noisy car if they forget to put it on. And if your steering rack, your replacement one, doesn't come with one, which is what happened with mine, and they just forget to take the original one off, then they need to go back and get the original one and put it onto your new steering rack. Makes all the difference in the world, that your car won't be so noisy on the inside. So just a little update.